that Allah would be pleased with. This should be our objective in our life. And Asma bint Abu Bakr reported, the Rasulullah ﷺ said to me, do not hoard, otherwise Allah will withhold from you. Do not say, well, this is mine. It's the opposite of what people think. People think, well, if I keep this like this to myself, then I'll have. No. If you don't, Allah will withhold from you. And maybe what you have will be spoiled. Or Allah will take it in one way or another. No, not that at all. And Abdullah bin Amr bin al-As reported, a man asked the Prophet ﷺ, which act in Islam is the best? He replied, to feed the poor and the needy, and to greet those whom you know and those you do not know. You know, sometimes the people, they say, okay, well, you know, these people, they don't deserve to have so-and-so, because they don't want to do, they could do better for themselves, but, you know, they refuse to do the work. I work very hard, so why should I give from myself to help them? SubhanAllah. This becomes the purification of my wealth. Allah is the judge as who should do what, when they should do it, and how they should do it. But Allah has given us the wealth, then we should be willing to share that wealth, believing that this Allah has given us this for this reason. And this becomes a test for us. How will we use the wealth that Allah has given us, and how we will account for the use of that wealth, especially when there are people in need. So we should not worry to qualify it so much, but we should rush forward to try to assist in the best way that we can. And Abu Hurairah reported, the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, spend, O son of Adam, you will also be spent upon. Spend. So different than many people say, well, if I keep spending, I'm not going to have anything left. No, it says more or less that by spending to help others, Allah puts barakat, puts a special blessing in your sustenance. It will not decrease your wealth at all, but it will put this barakat, okay, this blessing in your wealth. And if you don't believe it, try it. That's the best way. Try and see. Spend from your money and see if it harms you in any way, or if you feel that you get benefit from this. So this system is a different system. There's a different methodology than what most people have been trained in, and how they should go about using their wealth and to get the greater benefit from their wealth, and other people getting benefit from their wealth, or whatever it is that they have. And wealth is relative. It doesn't have to be in money only. Of course, the best way to help a man, for example, you can give him a fish, but the best thing is to help him, teach him how to fish. This is the best thing, isn't it? Assist him so that he can fish himself. So similarly, there are many ways that we can help people help themselves, other than just by giving them money. Most of us, when we think about help, we think about giving money. And also, most people who are in need, most of the time when they think about getting help, they're also thinking in money. They're not thinking that there are other areas. For example, skills. If I help you develop a skill, then you become employed, or you develop your own business, and the money that you get from your skill can be very big amount, or surely a greater amount than I could ever give you. See, so if we look at it from a different perspective, and we look at it and see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works in His own way, and Allah has His own system, and that system, as you see, is beneficial for mankind under all circumstances, and that we should give whatever that we have for the benefit of humanity, and that will not take from whatever it is that we have, but also it will give us a blessing in what we're doing, and also it help other people become firm in their belief and their understanding and implementation of Islam. So we're calling everyone out there to strive for righteousness. Wherever you may be in the globe, to stand up for righteousness. Be among those who are striving to obey the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to oppose the ignorance and evil of Satan and his work, and understanding that the work that we need to do is our job, meaning the believers, is our job, that we're here to work and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to work for the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this is a great bounty from Him. If He has chosen us to do this work, it's a great bounty. To encourage others to obey Allah in the way which He has prescribed, to strive for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we thank Him for His mercy ultimately, and we ask Him to bless the believers, and for those of you who are out there still in disbelief, that He will soften your hearts and turn you towards righteousness, enjoining righteous conduct and doing righteous deeds and actions, and submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your complete person, so that you may be of those who will be successful in this life, and more importantly, successful in the hereafter. As many people are fooled by the folly of the world. They're confused by this material existence. And of course, the way to overcome this is by learning about Islam, implement it in your life, and asking Allah ultimately to protect you and to inform you about your circumstance and situation, and where it is that you're going to go from now, what it is that you're going to do, and to keep committing and making effort to move forward. And if we do this, Allah will help us. We should believe that Allah will help us under all circumstances if we're steadfast in our belief in obeying the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will help us in our pursuits in this world, and ultimately, and more importantly, pursuing the hereafter. Because this is what we want as an end, not this. This is temporary. That is permanent. And we want the good permanency, which is Jannah, the paradise. So we wish all of you out there to understand this and to strive for as best you can to obey the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, invite others to do the same, to follow the way of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in your life on a daily basis, wherever that you might be. Implementing this in your life, that this in itself becomes an invitation for people who are seeking the truth, that they see an alternative to whatever it is that they are doing in their life, and by Allah's mercy, they are guided to the truth. And those of us who Allah has blessed to have the opportunity to talk to people about this, that this is a great boon from Allah for this ummah. And time is short and similarly decreasing. So it is important for us to understand the reality of the time that we're in, where we're going, what we're doing, how we're going to get there, and what will happen if we don't do those things. What will our condition be? And whoever it is that we have the ability to impact by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what will be their condition? So we should always have this worry, that we worry about the condition of humanity, that if they don't change, they don't have full recognition of who was Allah and who was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the greater majority will be at loss. This is not a good thing, and it's surely something that we do not want for all of humanity, and this is why we're here, trying to inform people out there so they will know and they will make proper choices so that they can move forward with their lives. We thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on future programs here on Sharjah TV. My name is Taher Khalid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.